Hey guys, we're live. Okay, I just got home. I just sat down. I've been out today. I've been out most of the day. Who's in here? Let's have a look see real quick. Hey mods. Hey Pat Jonas. Lady O is here. Donna Cooper is here. It's kind of earlier. We're a little bit earlier today. I'm trying to avoid going over on Nora's stream. It looks like she's doing something and then she's doing something again. So I was kind of trying to pick a slot that worked for everybody. I don't like to we don't like to stand on each other's toes if we can avoid it. If I can't avoid it, then we all just it's a free for all. Thanks, Jamie. Thanks, Pat Jonas. Hey, Tiffany Murfitt. Angie Mo. Hey, Meredith Lynn. Hey, Liz. Katie did it. Welcome in, babe. Thank you, Carrie Wilson. Guys, it's not that much. Hey, Joanne Hawley. I hope that you're like really back to feeling better today. I hope that you're feeling a lot better. Well, you can sit up there if you'd like. Why don't you sit up there? You're pretty tiny. Why don't you sit up here? There you go. Hey, Rachel Sandy. Susie with an S. Hey, Mary Barons. Welcome in, everybody. Guys, well, thank you, babe. Wow. I just walked in the door. I have been, we're going to talk about it a little bit. Oh, good. Joanne, that's a good start. That's a really good start. Thank you, Armine. So some of you have texted or reached out or any of those things today. Hey, Kim Leanne, I haven't had a chance to respond. Look, there's one of my berets. I don't know what it's doing in here. I think I was going to wear it the other day and then I decided not to. Guys, nothing like a day like today to put things into perspective. Oh, hey, Henry's World today. Why are they going after you and Tommy? I thought this was a Nora thing. Why are you guys being brought into it? Hey, Abigail. Who is they? Hey, Nancy Jane. Hey, Patty. Thank you, Joanne. Who is they? I mean, it's the same people, right? Hey, Iwa. Hey, Reflections. Henry's World today. Hey, Renee B. It's the same people that have always attacked us. So it's no one new, unless Aaron is kind of new. But hey, Bohemian Luciferian Witch. He's always been doing it behind the scenes through his mods. I think because, hey, Dan, the breaking news man. No, but I was with a lawyer today. That's why I felt like I should throw a blazer on. I think, I'm not sure. I can't fully put it together. I don't spend a lot of time thinking about it, to be honest. You're kind of throwing me off with the question. I think that we've always been sought after. We've always been, I mean, I don't want to speak for Tommy. Hey, Holly. Hey, Marie Marion, but I'm kind of a hot topic. They love to attack me. They make a lot of money on it. That's the only thing I can think of. I'm really not interesting. There's nothing about me. Like, I wouldn't go after me, but they go after me because it gets them clicks and views. And when they talk about themselves, they get nothing. I mean, that's what my guess is. If I had to answer that question, I think they get mad at me because nothing sticks. I don't have anything that they can hold like my past to. They try, but hey, Diana H. That's amazing. Diana H. And also Mary Barons, I'm so sorry about the passing of your mother years ago. That's rough, and I'm sure you're having a tough day. Hey, baby lily pad. So Henry's World today, all I can think of is money, right? They're probably, some of them are getting paid. I don't know. It's nothing new. And it just isn't that interesting anymore when you really think about it. They recycle the same things over and over. There's nothing new. There's nothing new to go around. Hey, Tash Bits. So I don't know that I answered your question, my friend, but did you ask a lawyer if you could get a cut of their content? HG Net. Hey, Buffy. Yeah, that's why I met with a lawyer today. That's why I have all of this documentation that I had to pick up today. Hey, Crafty Carrie. No, I wish that I could get a cut. And to be honest, I could sue some of these people, right? I could sue some of them, but I don't see the purpose in that. I talked about that today, discussed it. I don't see the purpose in any of that because when you sue one, it's like our mods. They do an amazing job in here, but when they get rid of one hater, 15 more will pop up. And it's not worth to me suing because there's nothing I'm trying to hide. They can come out and say I'm a child abuser all they want. You're never going to find it. And anybody that critical thinks is going to go, really? Can you show me that? I mean, I never leave comments on stuff. Thank you, Holly. I never leave comments on things, but I did on one hater's comment on Nora's page. And they were like, Reese is an evil person. She's trashed a lot of people. It was so general. They gave no details about anything. It was like total word salad. Didn't name any names. Of course, their name was like Winds of the Sierras, crossing the Sierra winds or some shit like that. So like there's no accountability. They won't say who they are. They won't give a picture, but yet they write all this shit about me that I am these things. And none of it is, there's no, like, you can't go find what they're talking about because they don't talk about it. They just dance around whatever I am. And so it was funny. I commented on it and I said, wow. I was like, no accountability, no name, no photo. And yet this person knows everything about me. I said, what a time to be alive. And they got so excited about that, right? Like 50 haters jumped in and they were like, they're right. They're speaking truth, Reese. And I was like, yeah, you really sound like you know what you're talking about. You guys are a bunch of winners. Like, by all means, like, you're really doing it. You're killing it. You guys are really making a dent. Like, I'm impressed with all of your word salad. There's nothing. I almost want to pull it up. Hey, Donna Cooper. Thanks, babe. It was hilarious. Like, they can't ever say what I'm guilty of. They just say that like Reese is a terrible person that's hurt a lot of people. Do you have any specifics? Like, is there anything specific you can speak to about that? Reese is just as bad as Erin, how she uses, abuses, manipulates, and discards people. She had loyal just supporters in her corner, and they went on and on about how you guys are poor and broke and you give me your money. That was a little crazy to me because I was like, how do they know that? How can you speak to my audience's bank account and what's in it? Because I can't. Hey, Laura Lou, Aspire, Lumen, Wendy. Literally, like they're like, her audience and channel is completely poor and they don't eat because they give all their food to Reese. I'm like, okay, that's amazing. And they do. Thanks, Wendy. People who are struggling will donate to help her out with fictitious needs. Hundreds, dozens of boyfriends, dozens, hundreds. There are hundreds, guys, hundreds of documented examples at this point. Yes, that many. She uses her Scientology training to gain whatever she can from people who thinks she is their friend. She is just as abhorrent as Erin. It only makes perfect sense that her and Erin would be bound to clash at some point. Let's see, where does it say that you guys are poor? She has stepped on people and used them and has really hurt people who trusted and believed her. Again, this is hot air. What people? Do we have any proof of anything? This is what they do. Right? Like, it's crazy. This is the longest. This is like 3 paragraphs, and yet we have no proof of anything. They just chatterboxes like idiots. Hey, Puka Vista. Hey, Robin Miners. Her channel is about getting as much money from her daily fake sob stories as she can from everyone. She doesn't have a rich audience. Did you guys know this about yourselves? Did anybody else know this? Because I'm loaded, and I expect you guys to be too. We are winners. We win. Hey, Tennessee girl. So she doesn't have a rich audience. How could someone say that? How could anybody say that? I have no idea. How can you speak to the financial assets, income, bank account? This is my favorite blazer. It's J. Crew, the schoolboy blazer. I've got a ton of them. How can you speak to my audience's income and financial statuses? How can you do that? This is what I mean. They're so stupid. She doesn't have a rich audience. How could anybody know that? Hey, Lacey, People who are struggling to donate will help her with her fictitious funds. So I was like, now that's hilarious. So I just wrote, imagine taking the time to write all this under a fake name and fake account. No picture, no name, knowing everything about me, yet zero accountability. What a time to be alive. And then these idiots jumped in and went, you know it's true, Reese. You know it's true. It says she's right about you. And this Mountain Winds idiot. The truth hurts, doesn't it, Reese? What truth? It was a bunch of there's no details to that. So I said, you guys have always been winners, and it sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Like you're running with that story, and I'm guessing it's gonna get legs, right? Yeah, Rachel, Sandy, you're poor. I didn't know that. Hey, Karen Doll. Hey, Riley's Human, Tamber, June, Nanny Carey. Welcome in, babe. Yeah, you're so poor. You guys are just really, really down in the dumps poor. I'm poor, of course, but I've also lost weight. Win-win. Good for you. Yeah, Robin Miners, though, it's weird because it's like, if I were the not so graceful swan, welcome in. Thanks, Jeannie. If I were going to no receipts, yeah, it's classic paid trolling, Leslie. This is not what this was about, but I just think it's hilarious. Hey, Anne, if I was going to do this and attack people, man, I would be so much better at it than they are. You cannot walk into a room and be like, she hurts people, she manipulates people, she steals from people, she's aggressive. Like, do you have any, are we just throwing out words? What are you doing? You look like such a stupid idiot in your life. I don't see the difference from any other monetized channel. You're not hiding that you want to be paid to do your work, nor should you be. Yeah, that stupid Spore Quarter guy is getting paid. He sells merch. Like, that guy is getting paid. Marilyn gets paid. Aaron makes, last time I talked to him when I first started a channel, he said he made like 40 grand a month. Is that okay? But because he's a man, no one ever talks about that. What about all the money that he got from, hey Hope, hey Tennessee girl again. What about all the money that he got from that arrest, but he was released? He apparently, allegedly, got $30,000 out of that. No one cares. Is that because he's a man? Right? Like, I don't understand. Why am I the grifter? I mean, go for it. Keep going for it. You're right. This is my job and I make money doing it. Go cry about it. Hey, Hux. Can you turn the heat down? I'm hot. Thank you. I forgot to do it. Sorry. The Not So Graceful Swan, I appreciate that. And I steal cats. Katie did it. The vast majority of us are not your friend in real life. That's some entitled crap to think they can dictate what you can and can't do. Critters Creations, it really is. And it's just super weird. I just sat down. I gotta pull my chair up. That is strange though. Like, hey, K-Fic, that part is weird to me. I'll never understand that. Like, if someone's talking about you, you must be special. I'm not the least bit rattled by this, but they've got to come up with a new campaign. That's all I'm saying. Like, you cannot spout off sentences and say Reese is manipulative and controlling and her audience is poor and they didn't even get to have a Christmas or a Thanksgiving because Reese came into their house like the Grinch and stole the tree, the trimmings, everything. You're starting to sound a little unbelievable. I just want to, I think we should take a vote. It just doesn't, where is your comment? It's under Nora's post where Marilyn is wearing, Marilyn claims that she doesn't support Nazis, but she bought his t-shirt. That post. Remember when she wore his t-shirt to support the Nazi guy? That post where she's exposing that. I know, I thought I was a billionaire too. It sucks. I thought all of you were rich. I didn't know all of us were poor. That sucks because I'm poor, but I thought the rest of you at least weren't poor. So we're all just a bunch of poor people. That's a bummer. I guess they were right. It's starting to be old news. Hey, Kim is blue. Went to the neighbor to borrow this so I can give you, because you're so broke. Now that's some Robin Hood shit right there. We're stealing from the neighbor to pay Reese. And I just think be more like Joanne Hawley. That feels right in my gut. She did the right thing. Remember when Mar Lugo refinanced her house and took her kids' college fund to pay me? That was that feels that feels like the right thing to do. And I don't know, it just felt right to me. Guys, I'm gonna have to go turn the heat down. And thank you for stealing that and giving it to me. I really appreciate it. Um, I should be Nancy. Yeah, they're probably OSA, but it's really crazy to me to just be like, it's true, Reese. The truth hurts, doesn't it? It's like, good Lord, are these a bunch of kindergartners? There is no intelligence to be found with these people. I would think there'd at least be one or two of them that have some kind of intelligence. And I'm all, Nora and I have texted about it. I'm like, I'm always disappointed. I expect more on the resume of a hater. Like, you have to do better than the truth hurts, doesn't it, Reese? Are we serious right now? You've got to come up with something better. I'll have to let my husband know we're in the poorhouse. Yeah, Lumen, if you would. Sorry to break it to you guys, but Sierra Mountain wins. Thinks that you guys are poor. Vicki Andrews, I'm right. I'm off to hobble the old guy next door. I'll send you his pension. Yeah, Nanny Carrie, if you don't mind, if it's just the least you can do, if you don't mind. Hey, Jackie C. Mary Barons, yeah, it's bizarre to me to speak to a channel of over 17,000 people on it, right? And let's face it, we get way more than that because I have like, what, 5 million views? So a lot of people watch, but okay, Huxley's gonna, I'm hot. Guys, a lot of people watch, but don't hit subscribe. So let's not forget that. Hold on. No one look at my butt. I don't know why, I'm just really hot. Oh, these are, I wanted to tell you guys, these are like a leather pant. They're not the same leather pant, but they're like, see, they have a seam down and they're kind of sheen. I thought cute with a, look at how cute these are, by the way. Tommy bought these for me for Christmas. Excuse me, kid. You know I love Adidas Sambas. Look at these. Look at that. That was my Christmas gift. These are cute with a faux leather pant. Okay. These aren't the pants. The pants, kid, it's a lot, guys. The pants. Okay. Ooh, see, I think this jean jacket is going to be super cute with this kind of a leather pant. The pants are a classic, the Colette pant at Anthro. Sorry, Punky. And I have a pair in corduroy, but I got the last size, the last pair they had, and they're too big. Thanks, Jackie C. And that's okay because I can belt them. They are wide leg. They're a wide leg leather pant, which is cute on everybody except me because I have short legs. So they're not slimming. Like these are a little bit more slimming. Thank you, Leslie. But I'm still going to try to style these. These will be cute with that jean jacket. I also think they'd be cute with these sparkly Sambas. I love Adidas Sambas. I have like 12 pairs of golden geese. I hate them. I hate every pair. Now, they're cute. They're really cute with a leather pant, but they're super uncomfortable. And my Sambas are classic and comfortable. Let me go back up because I know I missed some of you. My neighbor has dementia. I can borrow from him today and maybe again tomorrow since I'm a mobster and all that. It really sucks being so poor. Yeah, again, anything you can do. Yeah, just see what your neighbor can come up with. You can scrape together, right? That's why I got fake arrested last week. I was trying to get together like a 20 to 30,000 by the weekend so I could take a trip. And thank you to those who donated. Shelly Kelly, thanks for being a member. That's never necessary. I will just eat cat food this Liz Tricks. I will just eat cat food this month so I can give you money. Yeah, be more like Liz Tricks. Come on, guys. We all know why we're here. Let's not fake it. Let's give Sierra Mountain Winds what she asked for. Her and Jean Moreno and Andrea Malloy, all those guys. Let's make them famous. They call us a grifter. Own it. Prove it. Like Liz Tricks. She's going to eat some cat food. She's 110 years old. It's not going to make a difference for her. Thank you, Liz Tricks. That is so kind. Thank you for the super chat, babe. What does that say? I like this outfit so much more after seeing the pants. Yeah, so I don't know. Hot pink or carnival pink, I call it, is your color. Interesting, Leslie. Happy to be poor, Abigail. For the love of money is the root of all kinds of evil. And some people craving money have wandered from the truth, faith, and pierced themselves with many sorrows. Ooh, New Testament, Abigail. I like it. I like that a lot. Thank you, babe. And thank you for your super chat. Love you, Whidbey Island hippie girl. Yeah, Donna Cooper, I love sambas. I love sambas. Why 12 pairs if they're uncomfortable? Because I had a bit of an addiction. Have your feet changed? No. Hey, Jen. Thank you. Pamela. What am I trying to say? So I got Golden Geese. I got addicted to them. I really, really liked them. Some of them are used. Some of them are probably fake. I got a couple pair on eBay years and years and years ago. They're all old. That's not true. Tommy bought me a pair a couple years ago. What are Sambas? Ow, let me take it off for you. Adidas. They're a certain shoe by Adidas. These don't say it on them because of this the shimmery stuff, but they're Adidas Sambas. Hey, Jan. And anyway, Hope, I love them. And I wore them for years. And then I found other shoes like my Sambas, but actually that's not my most comfortable shoe. I have a certain brand of tennis shoe, sneaker. Hold on, I got to pull the tongue up on these. Yeah, Nanny Carrie, the trolls are really stupid. And I'm thankful to have stupid trolls. Honestly, we don't want any smart trolls. We want dumb ones. If you're going to have haters, Lord, please don't let them be burdened by deep thought. And thank you for pulling through. I wore Golden Geese and then I discovered more comfortable shoes. And then I did get older, Hope, and I started seeing that comfort is kind of more important for me. Wow, what a nice thing to say. So I'm not just, and it was a fad for me. I loved them. Don't get me wrong. They are so cute. Golden Geese are really cute. They're like a small batch. They're handmade in Italy. They're, once that certain kind is gone, they're gone. They're cool shoes. They're so cool to look at with a caftan. I love pops of color and different fabrics and mixing materials and patterns. So they're really cool. They're just sucky. Like you have to put an insert or something in, and I've never tried that. They're also supposed to slim you because they're a fashion sneaker, but they're thin in the sole, and then they go up to an inch thick where your heel is. So they also boost your height, which makes you feel skinnier somehow. This is off topic. I'm probably the only one who doesn't know, but how do you get your scarf to look so good? I don't know what you mean, but thank you for saying that. All I did, I don't know how to tie a scarf. So I did this. This is all I do with my scarves, and it's not going to look good now. And then I just went through. That's all I did. I don't know how. I'm not one of those people that like watches scarf videos. I've tried. I don't know how to tie a scarf, and I just gave up on it. It's the cult of Gertie, Buffy. It absolutely is. Guys, thank you so much for your super chats. I really appreciate you proving to all of us that you might actually have some money to your name. I think that's really impressive of you. And thank you for tipping your local YouTube small business girl. They are uncomfortable, but I'll either say they hold their value, Hope. Like I can sell them. I can throw them up on Poshmark and they will sell. Golden Geese are like a cult following for certain people, but they're just not for me anymore. And if I were going to sell them, I'd probably keep 3 pairs because they come in different styles. Hey, if you say so, welcome back. They come in different styles. So I would keep a couple of the different styles. They have like a high top pair that's cute with faux leather leggings, Spanx faux leather leggings. You can style that pretty damn cute with the high top. It's just something to play with, and we'll have to do that. So speaking of embarrassing and life, I know, Renee B, that was funny. Guys, nothing is more embarrassing. So I met with an attorney today. Nice guy. Oh, speaking of, here we go. Thank you so much. I just made you the beneficiary on my life insurance policy. I'm a smoker, so it'll be any day now. Vintage, you're a smoker. I love that. I love that. Let's Vicky Andrews it real quick. We'll read this. I just made you the beneficiary of my life insurance policy. I'm a smoker, so it'll be any day now. Fucking crazy. Thank you for that. Thank you. And I appreciate it, but I also expect it. You know what I mean? It's a fine line. Again, anything you can do to refinance your home, sell your kids. Oh, wow, that's amazing. Get divorced and get half the money and then give me the other half. Anything you can do is just, it's appreciated. It's also expected. Hey, Olga, Vicky, we love you, girl. So guys, nothing is more embarrassing. So I had to see this attorney today, for, couple things on the channel. I have some things, like I said, I've been doing behind the scenes. Yeah, sell your cats. Lacey gifted 10 memberships. See, this is what I mean. Make sure that you're generous and giving like this. Be like Lacey, because you don't want to be called poor. By all means, that's the worst thing. It's still cheaper than Scientology. Yeah, sell a kidney. I recommend Craigslist for the kids, or hey, pepperoni nips. Again, if you have like an extra vehicle, just to, message me for ideas, for more recommendations, for more life advice on how to get rid of your money. Thank you so much, Lacey, for gifting memberships, because you guys are so poor. I really appreciate this. Just because, and sorry, it's not more, I only get $10 allowance from my husband every week. I don't want you to complain. Hey, Carrie Cushman, because Liz Trix has to eat cat food for the whole month of February. So Lumen, $10 a week is a lot if you're Liz Trix. Never forget. Hashtag. Thank you, Lumen. Tell your husband thank you for giving me. Don't sell a kidney, donate it, because Rhonda McNeil needs a kidney. Definitely don't sell your kidney. Sell your children, though. Hey, Caroline in Canada. Thank you, Amber. Can we sell Marilyn for parts? Oh, Lord, no. Nobody would ever accept. No one's going to accept that trash. Absolutely not. Unfortunately, I'm sorry to say that. Leslie, thank you so much for the super sticker, babe. That is so nice. I feel like I'm in an auction right now. I'm like, thank you for the $20. Linda Gillum gave us $2. $2 Melinda Gillum. Drives the trolls nuts that you're so amazing. I'm so amazing. So cool. Come get some. Forever grateful. Hashtag. Linda, thank you for your super chat. Rhonda McNeil, seriously, no disrespect, because she does need a kidney, and we love that woman very, very much. We're grateful for her. And forever, hashtag forever grateful for anything you can do. Did you see what I'm selling for you? No, but I expect it to be something amazing. Maybe you could auction off a cake. Can you send me one of your stolen cats? I can do better. I can send you a pair. Moose and Seamus are up for grabs. Sell your cooter. Absolutely. That's what I would do. if I were somebody else. I mean, if I wasn't riddled with STDs, that's what I would do. The hype thing, I appreciate you trying, is after the video's over, as far as I know, Joanna Arcana. But yeah, no, sell your coot, sell your taint, sell your bee if it's not underdeveloped. See, I can't sell my bee. I love you, Rhonda McNeil. I can't sell my bee because it's underdeveloped and it's extra tiny. Like my legs, how they're shorter than they're supposed to be, but sell the coot. Sell it all off. Get an OnlyFans. Take a trip. Sell your husband. Yeah, I love these ideas. Do you still have crabs, Reese? Nanny Carrie, I didn't have crabs. I have the third stage of syphilis. So that's another thing I'm raising money for. If there's anything you can do. If there's anything you can do. Pass around the plate. Isn't that what I have, you guys? I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure it's the third stage of syphilis. And a touch of malaria, a little bit of trichinosis. It'll get you. It'll get you. But like I said in the past, there's no velvet rope at Club Reese. Anybody could get in at one time. And boy, did they. They all got in, and now we've got tuberculosis. I've got tuberculosis of the vagina. That's the worst. You don't want to get anywhere near me. I have trichinosis of the taint. I feel like I should get this stuff off my chest because I don't want someone else to get it out there for me. I would rather just say it. Malaria of the anus. I guess I need to be close. I need to close my window. My neighbors don't think I'm a crazy person selling stuff on the dark web. No, we just think that, Time Mark. Don't worry about your neighbors. Crabs, they really make great pets. You can make crab circus. I love that idea, Leslie. So you can just pick the crabs off your cooter and put them in like an ant farm type deal. And then you have your own crab farm that came from your own cooter farm of crabs. I like that a lot. Hey, April Goodson. I love that. So anyway, guys, that's the news. You guys are poor. I'm poor. We need money. And Little M says the first step is admitting it. Absolutely, girl. So I go to an attorney today, and he does a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Nicest guy, New Yorker, friendly, get out of here. Sorry, Bohemian Luciferian. Hey, Tiffany B. Crab Circus. Hey, Honey Lou. I don't know. Everyone's like, what did I just walk in on? Holy shit. I don't even know. Guys, that's the thing is I don't even know where we're going to go with what topic. And when you guys don't realize you're the drivers. You're the drivers. I'm just the mouth. I'm just moving the mouth. And so you tend to steer me in whatever direction. No, Nanny Carrie, I thought it was great. Hey, Patty King. I heard you have shark polio. Oh my God. That sounds incredibly contagious and dangerous. Yeah, I'll accept that. I do have a doctor's appointment this week, so I'm going to talk about my crab circus, shark polio, the third stage of syphilis, and trichinosis of the taint, which is not curable. I thought it was. Crab charcuterie, and thank you for your super chat. Crab charcuterie to go with your crab circus. Yeah, that's a bummer, but that's what happens when you are ridden more than Seattle Slew. No, my toes are intact, believe it or not, Nanny Carrie. You can ask Tommy that. So I go to this attorney, and nothing is more depressing. Two things I need to get while there's a couple hundred people in here. My back still hurts. I got a prescription for Flexeril. I told him that I had problems the last time I went. He gave me that, and I'm true to Scientology form. I'm scared to take stuff. Like I will take an Advil. I do love hydrocodone. I'm not going to lie. I have some wee. That was good stuff. Remember that time I had pancreatitis and I got addicted to hydrocodone for like a week and a half? That was you talk circuses. That was a good time. I loved that stuff. If I could get it all the time, I'd probably take one a day. I probably would. Like, I think I would slip into an addiction really fast with that shit. But I got some Flexeril, and it's a muscle relaxer, and I'm scared. I'm going to turn into like a boneless chicken. Can I take it? My back, I remember I effed up my back brushing my teeth on Saturday. It still hurts. You have scoliosis of the hair. I envy that because I have thin, straight, boring hair. Great point. I forgot that I was diagnosed with that, if you say so. Hey, little mink. She's back from Malaysia. That's horrible. I mean, I'm glad you had a fun trip, but that's a long ass trip, girl. Go to sleep. Parkinson's of the booty. Oh boy, that sounds horrible. can I take it? Oh my God. I take 3 Flexerils a day. How are you with us? I'm just afraid that it's going to turn me into like, this is on my, there we go. I'm afraid it's going to turn me into, hey, Cliff Ann, like a boneless chicken. And I'm scared. Hey, Raymond, um, I'm just afraid. So can I take it? Is it going to knock me out? Like, I don't know. I'm afraid. Like, am I going to start drooling? The other thing I thought, can I take one and then go live? Because you guys know me. If I take a Benadryl, I get loopy. So I thought that could be fun. That's really relatable, Reese, right there. I know, Raymond, you say that. I feel like I have a cat hair, a ghost hair. Try it at night first. You say that, Raymond. He says, where'd he go? Where did it say it? Hey, Peg Hughes, you should be fine. It's not that strong. Okay, you say that, but I take I don't take anything. So when I take stuff, it knocks me on my ass. Peg says I was on Flex for all many years, helped, but none of the funeral fun of hydrocodone. I like hydrocodone. Why am I stuck? I'm stuck. Help me. I'm stuck. I can't get it off. I can't get it off. Start with a half. Okay, that's a good idea. If you have actual pain, it's not that I'm like in extreme pain. It's just like when I move and I shift certain ways, it hurts. Okay. Thanks, Raymond. Hey, Natalie. Hey, Marie Marion again. Hey, Kay Thompson. You're not that late. So there's that. In Thailand, you can buy anything over the counter. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the case in Ecuador. Ecuador has apparently, like for me, I bought 2 boxes of antibiotics and I brought them back because it's not that easy to get antibiotics here anymore. I feel like I've had doctors that are like, no, we're not going to prescribe it. You're fine. And sometimes I really do need an antibiotic. It pisses me off. I know when I'm sick and I need an antibiotic. So I bought 2 Z-Packs in Ecuador. I bought 2 boxes of them. I think it was $8. It was crazy. You can also get my prescription inhalers there over the counter. I didn't buy any because I have so many and I didn't need them, but I did take advantage of the antibiotics. You can't get opiates without, hey, Kathy Burkhart, without spending a fortune. I don't think you can get opiates in Ecuador. I remember asking that. Reese on gummies, and I would do it, Jackie, but they're illegal here. Yeah, I like a Z-Pack, Leslie, and I know when I need one. So I was like, give me a Z-Pack, dude. I'm going to take 2 of them home. So speaking of death and depression, I go to this attorney today. And there's some stuff that I'm having to deal with on my channel. I just had like an hour-long conversation about that. Tramadol, I took that I think once and it made me feel depressed and weird. What did I take that for? I want to say I took it for my eye surgery, I think. So guys, this attorney now switched me over after the talk about my channel and talking about these stupid assholes that I want to just we're talking about copyright stuff, talking about some copyright situations. But then we start talking about my real life. And he was like asking me about, like I said, I'm not married. Like, I can't do that. Like I'll do a non-legal, but I'm never going to be legally married ever again. I said, I'm divorced. And I was like, I don't know how to do anything. And, I said, I don't know how to do my taxes. And he was really starting to feel sorry for me. I think I could see it in his face. And he was like, do you have a will? And I was like, no, dude, why would I have a will? It's just me and Huxley. And he was like, you have a son? And I said, yeah. And he was like, how old is he? And I said, 16. Hey, Joel Sachs. And he was like, you have a minor son? He was like, yes, you need a will. Do I need a will? Guys, do I need a will? Is this important? Here's the thing. I had a will with Jeff. Jeff and we drew up our wills together. And I said, I thought you only needed a will like when you're married and he's 70. Like, I didn't think I needed a will, right? Like, do I need a will? I don't think so. Do I? Okay. So everybody's saying yes. So he was like, yeah. He was like, I think we need to draw up a will. So we had some paperwork together. I got to fill some shit out. What's the purpose? Like, I just feel like such a nobody. I was like, what do you want me to do? What am I supposed to do with my stuff? And he was like, you'll want to have like, I said, here's the thing. He was like, what about your son? And I was like, what about him? Like, he's going to be just fine. I said, what I'm really concerned about is my dogs. And he was like, you should see, I wish we could have recorded this. You should have seen this dude's face. He was like, your dogs? I said, yeah, my kid will be fine. He's 16. I was like, we don't even talk now. We stay out of each other's lives. And he was like, what kind of dogs do you have? And I was like, show dogs, the only kind. Do you have bank accounts? No, no, Raymond. People just send me checks through the wind. Uh, Absolutely not, GeoPlanet Jane. Doug and Brenda cannot claim Huxley's assets and force him into the Sea Org. Grandparents have no legal jurisdiction whatsoever over anything. I made sure of that in my parenting plan. Well, hey, Lynn as well again. I said they're show dogs, and they are in the Westchester shows every year, and they've never lost a show. They're best in show. And I said, what do I do with my dogs? And he was like, what do you want to do with your dogs? He goes, won't your son take your dogs? And I was like, no. Like, if I died in this house, my son would take probably 5 to 7 days to notice. So, no. And he was like, okay, what about your parents? And I said, no, they're cattle ranchers and they don't care about show dogs. And he was like, do you have anybody else? And I said, this is starting to get sad. This is like last week when I went to the sheriff and he was like, we drive by your house all the time and you're home all day. And he was like, and you never leave the house at night. I was like, this is starting to feel like I'm being shamed. Like, I get it. I don't have a social life. Okay. Whoever removed February 30th and 31st can take February 14th as well, as far as I'm concerned. Okay. Does Huxley have godparents? No. So what he said about the kid, he said Huxley can stay with my parents. He was like, if you die, he was like, which he goes, I think you have a few years left in you. I was like, hilarious, sir. Are you a jester? He said, if you do die, he said, because he's 16, he can stay with your parents. He said that he's at the age where he would tell a judge, I want to stay where I'm at. And I said, really? He doesn't have to go automatically to his father? And he said, absolutely not. Not in Tennessee. He said he could go live with your parents. Easy peasy. He already goes to school here. His life is here. He was like, yeah, that's not a problem. Don't think so, GeoPlanet Jane. No judge would give custody over to Doug and Brenda after everything that's happened. And Huxley would say no fucking way to that. And that's the other thing is the attorney today said a judge is going to let Huxley pretty much choose what he wants to do at this age. He's of sound mind. Yeah, happy days. Yeah, reflections. Hey, Brenda. So he said, just for like the purpose of even like yeah, Joel, like probate, which I get that. So basically is Armine still in here? I was like, what about the people on my channel? And he was like, what about the people on your channel? Because he goes, who are you going to leave everything to? And I was like, my mom. And he was like, and who else? You have to have a backup person. And I was like, the Lord? I have no idea, dude. I don't have. And he looked so sad for me, and I felt sad for me. And he said, you don't have anybody else? He was like, you don't have like a best friend or something? And I was like, you don't have to rub it in, sir. I do not. So there's no backup. So, you know, my point is no time mark. Hey, Jen O. The point is this. The case is simply this. I said to him, there's a bunch of people on my channel that I said one day we talked about if I were to die, who would want what? And I think Melissa chimed in. A couple of people said they wanted my turquoise. So I'm just going to have to divvy it all up amongst you guys. I told him, I said, I'm as deep as a puddle, sir. And I said, the only things I'm really concerned about are my Golden Goose collection, my jewelry, my Claire V bags, right? And the animals. And I said, Huxley's going to live his life, whether I'm around or not. He forgets that I even exist. So, quite honestly, I trust that he is going to have a wonderful life. But Armine wants Gert, and he was like, "What is her last name?" He was like writing it down, and I said, "She lived in the UK," and he was like, "Well, what about Tommy? He doesn't want my Golden Goose collection." And he was like, "How are you going to get your dog to the UK?" This poor guy, I was wasting his time, and he didn't even know it. I'll claim Tommy, Carrie Cushman. You got it, girl. We'll write that down. We'll keep you in the Rolodex. Yeah, this poor lawyer. He was like, this woman's in the you want Seamus? Seamus has to go with Moose. He said, so this woman is in the UK. He was like, how is she gonna get the dog, the show dog with show papers? And I said, she's going to fly here first class and get the dog. Armene, is this true? Because he was like, it was sad. He goes, so people on your channel, you're gonna leave your turquoise to? And I was like, there's no one else, sir. I wish there were. I said, but I don't know anybody else. And it's my closest friends on YouTube. And he was like, that's kind of sad. He said, it's a little bit sad that people just want your turquoise. He was like, would they be sad if you died? And I was like, just like anybody, like probably yes for a minute. But then, of course, they're going to be like, what about her stuff? I mean, that's what I would do. I wouldn't be upset with you. Like if I died, I would absolutely be like, I loved her. Oh my God, she made me laugh. She taught me to call a vagina a ham wallet. Now, what about her gemstone necklaces? She had these sapphire necklaces. Did she say anything about that? She had this one pair of golden geese that I really liked. Has anybody claimed those? Like, that's what I would be doing. Tommy wouldn't want anything of yours, Amber? No. I mean, I'm a woman. What's he going to want? No, I don't think so. Tommy just wants me, I assure you. It's like when I was married to Fred. When he died, his family took his pension and his life insurance. I didn't fight it, and I was his wife. I just wanted Fred. Hey, Just Joan. We love you, Reese, but we're also realistic. Yeah. I totally agree with this. So it was a little bit depressing, and I just wanted to ask you guys. So everybody votes yes that I do need a will. Okay. So we're going to have to do that. We'll scratch that off the list. He gave me a bunch of paperwork to fill out. And the only thing that, hey, Linda, the only thing that I really honestly was concerned about over this will. Here's the thing, guys. I don't feel like I need a will because I'm not important. And what I mean by that, oh, Rhonda McNeil wants the yin yang jacket. I get that. Yeah, Tommy might want a couple of those things, and he's welcome to come pilfer through it all. I don't feel like I'm important enough. And what I mean by that, I don't own the house anymore. Because he was like, what are your assets? I was like, you're looking at it, dude. Just this bomb ass ham wallet. Like, that's all I have to work with. That and my OnlyFans channel is really all I have. Hey, Mimi. So the thing I'm actually really the most concerned about is medically, because he was like, what if you're brain dead? And I was like, oh shit, I didn't think of that. Like, I do want to be unplugged. He was like, what if you're in excruciating pain and it'll never stop? I was like, then come get me, Lord. Do you need my last name? Southern Mercantile knows it. Yeah, I got that. No, I'll put it all down. Yeah, so just I don't have anything. Like I'm being serious. I assume people who have wills have like money and shit, which that's obviously none of you guys. I don't know why I'm asking all these poor ass people in here. But if you guys could ask any rich people, thanks Gary Cushman. I know everybody in here is without can't rub two nickels together, but if you guys know any, like if anyone is friends with Jeff Bezos, I thought those were the types of people who had wills. Guys, I don't own property anymore. I got my Honda. I mean, I love that thing. She just got new tires. Your NDA will expire when you're dead, when I'm dead. Yeah. So I just told the dude, I was like, you have to understand, sir, I'm a 41-year-old nobody. I was like, my closest friends are on YouTube. And he was like, that's a bit of a conundrum. And I was like, "Yeah, no, I don't have anything. Like, I truly don't have anything." Yeah, Leslie, I know. I'm sorry that you guys are so poor. Uh, that's the craziest comment I'd ever read, by the way. If you go over and look at it, the fact that they named hundreds of poor people on my channel, how would you ever know that? How could you ever speak to that? Yeah. See, not so graceful Swan says, "What's a nickel? I only have pennies to my name." See what I mean? I mean, I really only attract peasants and poor folk, just like myself. Uh, I have my wants written out for who I want my dogs to have. Okay, Stella. So what do we say? My car, hey Jojo, my car will be in the will. What else? What are we divvying up here? Oh, if I am Raymond, someone said over in a comment that I manipulate people on my channel and they go without food and what did it say? Uh they go without food and they don't have money to their names. It said that I have literally grifted hundreds and hundreds of people. I've taken their money and they're poor. It said Reese's channel is like super poor and no one has any money on her channel. I don't know how you would know that, but they're saying that I steal food from the mouths of the poor. And I am doubling down and saying, please sell your home, refinance, sell your children, right? Sell your vagina, sell your panty hamster, sell your taint. I would do it, but mine is riddled with STDs. Hey, Ruth Anna, I thought you were grifting tons of money. I did too. And I thought you guys were loaded. I'm kind of pissed about it. Like, I'm hanging out with the wrong crowd. I thought, like, at least my friends are wealthy, but I didn't know that you guys were so poor, and I'm upset about it. Except Robin Miners. I'll fly to pick up Gert and make her a Canadian. Okay. Can I have your glasses, Caroline in Canada? These damn Canadians. Look at them coming after me. Thank you for your super chat, my new Canadian girl, Robin Miners. Reese, in terms of assets, the only remotely thing I have is life insurance policy through my employer. See, I don't even have that. I don't have life insurance. He was like, do you have a 401k? I was like, sir, I don't know how to put air in tires, sir. I was like, I don't think you're getting it. This poor guy, he was super smart. And I felt sorry for him after he just rattled it off over and over. Hey, Wisconsin Barb, there's Melissa. Sorry about that. Little lamb had to eat cereal for dinner. She goes without. Liz Trix is eating cat food for the entire month of February to give me her money. Mar Lugo refinanced her house to give to me, right? Some of you had to get divorced over it. Okay, Olga, I know you do. Thank you so much, Joel Sachs. You don't have it through your other job? I do not. No, I do not. Did he not ask how you could pay him? No, because I didn't pay him for anything yet. He quoted me to do a will and he sent me home with paperwork. And I thought it was kind of sad. Can I borrow some money, Reese? Yeah. People ask me actually for money. They do it a lot. Tommy will want your watches. That's true, Amber. Tommy can have my watch collection back because all of my watches are from him. Thank you so much, Carrie. If anything you can do, guys, anything you can do to go without. We're starving along with the cats for your tank top. Yeah, Raymond he's sending me a tank top. Sure, Kim is Blue wants the anthro chairs. Raymond and Kevin are purchasing a tank top for me, and their cats and both of them are not eating because they went without because of the tank top. I get that, Leslie. That's why I am divorced. So I get it, guys. Look. Yeah, Audra, I understand what it's like to be poor. Reese is a kind person. Viking wench, I'm so glad that you escaped Scientology. Well, thank you for saying that. That is such a nice thing to say. I don't know that I'd call me a kind person. Can you mention Laura FM's fundraiser? She needs help. Yes, I love Laura FM. I mean, I haven't talked to her in a really long time, but I support that girl, Jennifer Leeton, for sure. I'm holding out for your eyeglass collection. Angie Moe wants a couple pairs of these too. I hope you are okay, Reese. You are rich with friends. Well, Brenda, that is it, girl. That is it right there. No, Jamie, no one's claimed that yet. This is why they hate us. In all seriousness, guys, this is why they hate us. Because they are alone and we are not. I mean that. There's certain things you cannot kill, you cannot steal, you cannot take away. And you guys keep coming back, and it's friendships, it's connections. They want to snuff that out. They want to kill it, right? They can't take it away. So they absolutely have to make up other things to try to get you all to scatter and go away. Wait, anybody claim kid? Nobody has claimed kid yet, but the cheese does not stand alone. They're very jealous. Hey, Airwalker, of course they're jealous, guys. We're making jokes about all this, but they are definitely jealous, heavily jealous. Can we see your purses? Yeah, you need to see my bags. And I want the giant ring that looks like a steering wheel. The peace sign? Okay, I've got that in moonstone and turquoise. In Tennessee, you can write a living will online. You just have to have it notarized. Probably be cheaper than a lawyer. He quoted me $300. I honestly didn't think that was bad. When Jeff and I did our wills in Kansas City, it was like $1,500. It was really expensive. So I was like, $300 is not that bad. You just slap that on a credit card because we're so poor. I love you, Just Joan. Thank you. They are unable to interact with people like you do. Jealous much? May I have your ashes so I'll always see you? That is so sweet. Adventures with Beth. Yes, you can. Everybody can have a little bit. I'll send you like a vial with some of my blood in it. But most of my ashes, unfortunately, have to go into a La Casa pizza box because it's my favorite pizza. And I grew up on La Casa pizza in Omaha, Nebraska. Hey, Kiki. And it's just a tradition. I need to put my ashes in a La Casa pizza box. But you're welcome to have some of them. Yeah. Love you, Mary Barons. Thinking about you today, babe. They can't interact with people. They can't even talk to each other. They're absolutely Reese, please don't die. Oh, all right. So hey Noel, no one has claimed everything I need you to claim. So we need to make sure that that's all set up. Peace of mind for $300. Uh no, Amber. No, we are not. I have said this many, many times. I will not legally. The thing is, he's in another country anyway. It's really hard to do that in another country, but I am not able to mentally sign any documentation right now that's going to bind me to another person. But like a civil marriage ceremony, yes, I'm totally okay with that. But no, I cannot do legal anything right now. And that's for some behind the scenes purposes and stuff like that too. But I just had a really, really bad marriage the last time and I can't. I absolutely can't. But partnership, things like that. Yeah. Civil ceremony. I need my independence legally. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly, Just Joan. The Fox cabinet is a really big one. Kim is Blue wants this. Renee B, she wants the anthropology chairs. Renee B wants kid. What about Bo? Renee B, I thought you wanted Bo. I feel a little bad separating them all. Yeah, Melissa, that's all, guys. And I'm not ashamed to say that. I am not. I won't marry again, but I'll live with someone. Yeah, Joel Sachs. I mean, I'm not against the idea of marriage, but um, I can't support or believe. I can't tell anyone to get married unless I feel like you've been with them for at least probably 5 to 7 years. That would be my thing on it. I do not believe in it. I'm very of the mindset like Goldie Hawn. I will live with you. I will enter into a hey Karen Tootie Greenie. Oh my God, I haven't seen you in forever. Good to see you, babe. Um, I do not want to be trapped legally, and divorce is not cheap. And I do not want to find out that I made a mistake like I did the last time. And I also just don't see the purpose in it. I don't see the purpose in it. So whole separate thing. I'm going to black this out. So I have some, we're going to start doing some jester content. Yeah, I'm concerned about my animals. I know this sounds terrible. I'm joking, obviously, about Huxley. He's my number one priority. I say that mostly to feed the haters. But in all seriousness, I know Caroline in Canada, he's real sweet. In all seriousness, I really do worry about my animals. I know Huxley. I know. I want the scarf. Okay, Jeannie Hansen, I have 3 of these because it's my favorite scarf on planet Earth, so I bought 3 of them over the last several years that I could find on eBay. Um, Huxley is not 3 or 4 years old, right? I know that kid's going places. He's never been, I am really happy to see you, Karen Tootie Greeny. Here's this is such a weird thing to say. Hey, Margie Barr, this is a strange thing to say. I have never really worried about Huxley. Sorry, Debbie, I'll read that in a minute. And I don't mean that like, oh, he'll be fine. I don't mean it like that. Huxley knows himself. He knows who he is. He knows hey, a voice down under. I don't know how else to put that, but his stability has always shined through for me. I've never felt like, what is he gonna do when he turns 18? Like, I'm worried about him. He's not gonna know. Catherine B. He's very stable in his footing. And I know Huxley's gonna do amazing things. And I don't worry, like, he's so sure of so many things about himself. To me, that's what you need in order to succeed in life. Hey, Scientology up north. Hey, West Coast Fancy Nancy. So I've never been on shaky ground about Huxley. Hey, Don Pariseau. He is an old soul. Yes. And so I feel like now that we're closer to adulthood, right? He's 16. That's even more, that is solidified more for me, those thoughts. I don't feel less. I don't feel like, oh God, he's starting to turn into a man. What's he going to do? I'm worried about him. Yeah, Melissa. And so I just know Huxley will be fine. I mean that. I know that. He's going to leave the nest here within probably the next 3 to 5 years, right? And I know he's going to be okay. I just know that. He's very smart. He's anybody who's sure of who they are, I worry less about them. I mean this when I say it, when I've talked about Marilyn the last few streams. Her biggest flaw, in my opinion, is she has no idea who she is. I meet a lot of people where I see they're just empty. And I think, I wish you were more sure of yourself, because there's an amazing person in there that you could introduce yourself to. I'm sad about it because she's so fearful. She doesn't know who she is. She believes who people tell her who she is. Huxley isn't that, and I'm not that. So as long as you know who you are, that's like over half the battle to me in life. Like, don't worry about the money. Don't worry about anything. If you are stable and solid and you know who you are, and you don't have to worry about people telling you who you are or running you like a puppet, you're pretty good. And if you can treat people, love you, Abigail, if you can treat people with kindness and be polite to people and respectful, that's the other half, right? Like education, all that stuff, like your partner that you choose, those things will come if you want them to. But I'm talking about your character. From what I am hearing from you, and I like it, you are meeting anger with love, and I like you for this, Reese. What does that mean? Because that sounds really interesting, Airwalker, meeting anger with love. I like that, but I don't fully understand it, but I like it. Hey, Karen, do you understand? I'm not talking about logistics, your house, your income, what you're going to do for a living. I'm talking about your actual character. If your character is good and you know you're good and you know who you are, no matter what they say you are or tell you who you are, they're not going to win. You're going to win. Right? Because you're solid in who you are. That may not have made sense, but it made sense to me. Debbie, I'm late. Hey, babe, I've got 2 degrees and no income. Oh, that old chestnut. I guess this is where the husband comes in handy, spending his money on my friends. God bless him. Thank you, Debbie, because you're just a woman with no money and 2 degrees. That old chestnut again. Just another poor person on my channel. Thank God for your husband. Thank you, Deborah Zito. And please thank Mr. Zito for that. You are a true gem. Yeah, the non-material things in life. The way you were talking about Marilyn. Okay, Airwalker. Um, thank you, Angie Moe. Joanna Arcana. I just that it's what I've always told Huxley. You know, I hope you go to college, dude. Like I'm hearing a car, which is weird. He has a college fund. Huxley's set up to do things like that. And I hope he does. I hope he takes it seriously and I hope he gets a good job under his belt. But how you treat people, your character will always get you further than anything. And knowing who you truly are is everything they don't want you to find out. And I say they, I mean that. The haters, the people, the elites, the people who are in charge of this world, nobody wants you to really know who you are. Nobody wants you to be sure of who you are. These stupid ass haters cannot bring me down. They pull, they try, they dig, they ding, they cut me, I bleed, I heal. Throw me to the wolves, I'll come back wearing a fur coat. They don't like that because I know who I am. And so I will continue to just move forward through this shit. You're already winning if people are attacking you. If losers are attacking you, you're doing something right. And so just knowing, having that intact just makes me feel like I'm already ahead of the game. And so is Huxley. He knows who he is. Do you know how many people, how much of the population I see? And this is just my own observation. People really, really care about what you think. Marilyn is terrified of you guys finding out who she is, which she's probably a great person underneath it all, but she's so afraid to use her voice, to be her true self. So she has to have other people run her. A lot of people are just pretending to be something else to fit in. They shape shift, right? Being real takes guts. Right? Knowing yourself is a big no-no. People don't want that. They want you to fit in with the crowd. Remember when Marilyn made fun of me because nobody wants to work with me on YouTube? That's a compliment. Have that ever occurred to you? I don't want to work with anyone either, right? I'm very choosy about who I work with because I don't have a boss and I don't want one. So, Jojo says, who is Marilyn? Yeah, I'm just saying, guys, there's a cost to being authentic. You're going to lose people and you're going to get haters. But at the same time, I wouldn't trade it for anything. I am learning in real time who I am, and they don't want that. Because all they have, think about what bullies have. All they can do is try to put you into a fearful state. If they can't do that, they got no power. And I am sure as shit not handing over my power again. It took forever to get it back from Scientology. I'm not going to hand over my power to some fucking absolute nobody like Marilyn, right? Or any of these stupid people. I'm not going to. It's not going to happen, especially, I forgot just a little tidbit, especially if you're a raging racist and a Nazi. There's that. I forgot about that part. That's always a bummer. That's always a bummer. For those who are unsure, Reese is an extremely smart, savvy woman. She's just learning this about herself, but deep in her heart, she is as strong as iron. I have no doubt about Reese. None. Just Joan, that is the nicest thing. Wow. Thank you for saying that. Oh man, can I play this? Oh, you guys know how heartbroken I am about Catherine O'Hara. It's not true. Tori wanted to, and so would others, if you would put the Reese signal out. Yeah, Tori wanted to work with me, Audra. That's true. And I wanted to work with Tori, but I am choosy as shit about who I work with. Hey, Lilac Lime. For good reason, I've learned. I've been burned. Abigail left, but let me read this. Fear equals deep respect. Closing. True humility and fear of the Lord lead to riches, honor, and long life. For it is good to keep these sayings in your heart. Old Testament. That's beautiful, Abigail. And I'm sorry you're not here for me to read that, but thank you, babe. Ooh, I like that. Throw me to the wolves. Hey, Kat, I'll come back with a pack. That's true, too. That's true. We have a whole pack of wolves here. I'm not afraid of any of this shit, guys. I'm not anymore. I felt a little bit unstable at first. I thought, oh shit. Hey, Jennifer Ogle, I'm kind of taking a lot of attacks, right? No, no, I don't feel that way anymore. I think it's a good thing. Damn it. I think this is going to I think this has a song attached to it. Shit. If this is even right. Did I not send that to myself?
I think if you're lucky enough to find out that you have a gift, and you're lucky enough to find out what that is, and to be able to even make a living at it, then I think it is your job, because it is a gift. There are gifts. I think it's your job.
This sucks. I want to play this, but it has an amazing song attached to it by Mazzy Star, Fade Into You. That is such a good song. I think if you're lucky enough
Find out that you have a gift.
to find out that you have a gift
That is, and to be able to
and to be able to make a living doing it,
because it is a gift.
it's your job.
There are gifts. I think it's your job to nurture it.
It's your job to nurture it. That was Catherine O'Hara. I can't play it though because of the song attached, but that really spoke to me. Hey, Linda Van Pelt. Bye, Patty. Love you, babe. I agree with that. So even hey, Rue, I hope that you're feeling. I've been thinking about you, Rue. Guys, I have stepped into my strength when it comes to that. Play it. The song is very quiet. It gets louder though, Deb. Let's try.
I think if you're lucky enough to find out that you have a gift,
To find out.
to find out what that is, and to be able to even make a living at it, then I think it is your job.
Yeah, I think I'm going to get demonetized or copyright struck.
It is a gift. There are gifts. I think it's your job to nurture it.
It is a gift. It's your job to nurture it, to find out if you're lucky enough to have a gift. That's what she was saying. And I think that is such a beautiful thing. And all of us have them. All of us, especially people who want to help others, who want to succeed, who want to take accountability, who want to be better, who want to try and make efforts, right? I think it is your job. And I feel that about my channel, even though it's dying, even though we're losing people, even though I still see it as a success. I love these people. I absolutely love this channel, right? And I believe I'm going further than this channel. There's so many things I can't wait to talk about that are going to come out soon and I'm going to go forward with. But I've made so many friendships and connections, and we have the Zoom call, and there's so many successes. Aaron pushed me. You guys caught me, right? I do see this as a gift, and I do nurture it, and I do make money doing it. And I am no longer ashamed of that. They used to make me feel bad about the grifter thing. But the thing is, I'll give you an example. I went to lunch by myself today after the attorney. There was a Cracker Barrel close by. Of course, I'm in the South. And I don't eat out that much because I'm by myself. And this cute little girl, she must have been 19, walks up to me with her little brown apron and it said Maddie. And she was like, hey. And I said, hey. And I connected with her immediately. I loved her immediately. I liked her personality. And she was like, what can I get for you? And I said, okay. So I was like, I have to say this. I don't want to be weird. I said, but I'm super weird about my eggs and I need them cooked really well done, like no moisture. And I say that. I've said that my whole life in restaurants and they're like, sure, no problem. So like, well done. And I'm like, yep. And then they come on my plate like a bug that just got splattered onto a windshield. They're slimy, they're gross. So I was already preparing, hey, Sophia, for it to be gross. But I didn't with her because she's writing my order down. She was like, I got you, girl. She was like, trust me, I'm the same. I don't like it either. And I said, so you get it. She really understood what I was saying. And she goes, do you want ham, something, sugar cured ham or whatever? And I said, just bacon, please. I said, but also really well done. I need it like really crispy. She was like, say no more. I know what to do. She was so cute. And there was a manager that walked out that was really cute. And she's going around to tables and she's asking how the food was. And she looks at me and we make eye contact, but I hadn't gotten my food yet. And she goes, hi. And I was like, hi. I said, hey, can you come over here for a second? Are you a manager? And she went, I am. And I said, I just have to say, I said, I haven't gotten my food yet, but Maddie is amazing. I said, I just have to say that. I said, she is like, I said, I have to tell people who are really good at their jobs. I have to tell your boss. I said, I make it a habit. I said, I just need you to know that because she's a great communicator. And I said, she didn't like, I said, you know how some people are like robots? They're very robotic. They're just like, hey, what can I get for you? You know, when you go through a line at Target and they're like, hello, did you find everything you needed? And they're just like on autopilot. I get it. We've all been there. I'm not making fun of those people, but you can tell who's just kind of checked out on the daily doing their job. This girl was attentive. And I told her that. I said she was like on the ball. I said she understood how I want my food. And I said her personality is really what got to me. She's just good at her job. And this manager goes, that's crazy. She goes, I've only been here for 3 hours. I don't work at this store. She goes, I had to cover today. And she goes, so I've been watching her and I've never met her before until today. And she goes, but I thought the same thing. I said, she goes, she's really good at what she does. And I said, yes. I said, you just need to know that. I said, this girl is like a treasure. I really like her and she's good at this. And I said, I hope she works up into management if this is what she wants to do, because she's really good at it and she's kind to people. So I left this girl a $20 tip. My total was $17 for lunch, which I thought was kind of expensive, honestly, for one person. But I left her a $20 tip. And then I went up to the cashier and I said, hey, she was really good. And the girl goes, do you want to leave a review for her? Like it goes up to corporate headquarters. And I said, I'd love to. So she wrote her name down on a card with a little scanny label thing. And my point is to that story is not to make me look like a good guy. Any one of you would do that, right? But what you do here is the same thing. I've never asked for $1 on this channel. Not seriously. I've jokingly said it. I have never asked for money on this channel. You give me money and you tip me just like I tipped Maddie today if you feel like I do a good job, right? That's all this is. And in our Zoom calls, Alana has said this, Pat Jonas, I think Pat Jonas, maybe it wasn't Pat. Somebody also said in the Zoom calls, like, I give money every month to the Humane Society, or I give money to this or that. Some people have said, I canceled Netflix, so I pay you. Like, some people go, I give my money to what I want to give it to, but if I choose to give it to you, I know where it's going and I want to. So that's all this is. And my point is, I embrace what Catherine O'Hara said there. It makes me want to cry because I love that lady so much. I saw a video. God, I'm going to cry. Somebody found her in an airport. And it must have been recently because she looked really thin and she didn't look great. And I think she's been sick. And it's a homemade video, like with their phone. And they walk up to her and she looks super shy. She's in an airport with like thousands of people behind her. Like she's just a normal woman in an airport and she looks cute. She's got a coat on. And this guy walks up to her with his phone. He like puts it in her face and she looks a little nervous. And he goes, you're my favorite actress. And she goes, oh, come on. And he goes, no, I'm serious. Hey, Joan Marie, I love Catherine O'Hara. And he goes, of all the movies you did, he said, what was the most powerful, impactful thing that you think you've done in your life? And I thought she was going to name a movie. I think he asked her about it. And she gives the most honest looking answer. And she looks like, how would I give any other answer than this? And she goes, being a mother. And I just thought, oh my God, I bet she was an amazing person in real life. I loved her. I'm not over it. I'm sad about it. But I also played something. Remember when Diane Keaton passed? And she was also just very open about how she feels. I don't feel guilty about being paid. I believe this to be something I am very lucky to do, to have 260 people watching me right now. It feels like a gift. It feels like a gift. And I embrace that. And I'm not ashamed of that. And I'm not ashamed of where I came from, right? I'm not ashamed. They try to shame me about the Scientology stuff. They either say I'm still a Scientologist or they Aaron Smith Levin it and they say she was never a Scientologist. She didn't lose any family. I can't win either way, right? They say she's a horrible mom. Hey, Viggy Cat. They say she's a grifter, right? I'll never feel guilty about what I do here. I love what I do here. You don't have to love it. But when people super chat me or Venmo me or buy a membership or gift a membership, that's no different than what I did today for Maddie at Cracker Barrel. I'm not going to then go back into Cracker Barrel in 3 months and go, I gave you a $20 tip and I decided I don't like you anymore and you're a grifter. I want my money back. It's a kindness that if you can do it, do it. I gave the $15 a day for 10 or 12 days when we did our daily charity in December. I did it. I wanted to do that. No one's asking you to do anything. But if people do it, I'm not going to go, thank you for the super chat. And I don't give a fuck what Marilyn Ugly fucking Honig does, right? If she's going to make fun of me taking a super chat. Some of these assholes literally scroll. They have a scroll going on the bottom of their screens with their Venmo, their PayPal. Love you, Joel Sachs. Their Cash App. Some of these true grifters are really posting in your face here's a little scanny code. Like, fuck off out of here with that. You guys are just simply doing one thing, misdirecting. Don't look at me. Look at Reese. She's the real grifter. Are you out of your mind while you have a scroll like it's CNN News saying, here's my Venmo. Donate to me. Donate to you. Get a fucking job. Right? If you need to make money, I have another job that I make money at. That's what I do to supplement my income. If I ever have to shut this down and go get another job, I will. But I am blessed. I'm lucky enough that people do pay for memberships. They do things to support me, but I never ask for it. And I don't clock in, and I don't get health insurance through this. And I'm well aware that every month, this is the start of a month, I don't know what kind of money I'm going to make this month. That is every month of my life as a YouTuber. It's the second of the month. It could be a lot. It could be nothing. It's been slowly drying up. I'm prepared for that. Right? So it's a little weird to me that the grifter thing, and just listening to a beautiful woman like Catherine O'Hara saying, if you have something that you love and it's a gift for you and you actually can make a living doing it, it is your job to do that. You owe it to yourself to do that. And do you remember what I was saying yesterday? You make my life better every day. I love you, Liz Trix, and you are such an inspiration. Thank you for being a member. And you too, Renee B. I love you too. Thank you for being a member. Love to a special person. Joan Marie, thank you. Hey, Original Anne. Thank you, Joan Marie. But here's the thing. Hey, Andy, I said this yesterday. Ladies, especially ladies, I believe in supporting yourself, using your voice, being independent, an independent thinker, going it alone, and letting everybody else laugh at you and band together and hate you. That's the best thing about Marilyn that I can come up with, is that she makes fun of me for losing subscribers and people not working with me. That is my biggest asset. To me, that's what I'm most proud of. I go it alone, and everybody pokes and laughs and makes fun of and calls my son school and hates me and tears me down and makes shit up, right? I'd like to see you do it alone. I don't have a group of friends that are here going, we'll hate Reese with you, right? I don't do that. So you're the one that looks like the absolute loser in this mess. I missed you too, honey. Lou, been traveling. Love for you. Don't ever lose your shine. Thank you, babe. And I'm happy to see you. Thank you for your super chat. You're a gift from God. You make my life better. Joel Sachs, I absolutely love you. I hope you never leave me. Hey, jealousy. Yeah. Thank God for you, Reese, and also to this chat. These are good, smart, powerful people. That is they are. Sadly, they're poor. I didn't know they were poor, but they are good, smart, powerful people, but they just don't have anything in their bank accounts. They don't even have bank accounts, apparently. Thank you for making time for us. You are a gift to us. I love you, Linda, and thank you for saying that, and thank you for the tip. Thank you for the super chat. It's never expected, but I appreciate it. And I say that at the end of every show, and I mean it. I wholeheartedly mean that. Thank you for your super chats. They are never, ever, ever taken for granted. That helps me and my son, right? Thank you for that. But the most I always say is thank you for your time. Your time means everything to me. Thank you, Hope. I want to see if I saved that, but I don't think I did. Damn, I wish I had, but I bet I could find it. It's going to make me cry. I'm looking for it on YouTube. Shocking. It's not, I'm not seeing it. Hmm. Hang on. Oh, I found it. I found it. Hopefully there's no music attached to this.
You're my favorite actress ever. You've been, oh no, seriously, you've been in so many legendary roles. When all is said and done, which one role would you most like to be remembered for?
Mother of my children.
Mother of my children. Of all the roles, what do you most want to be remembered for? That's really sad. Oh, it really gets me, but that's incredible. That's absolutely incredible. Hey, Bunny Fufu, welcome back. Take my Taco Bell money for the month. It's a short month. You're going to be okay. February is a shorter month. I don't feel as guilty, but I won't take it for the month of March, Lady O. I love you. Thank you. I know it's so amazing. Hey, Mandy Albert. Thank you so much, Lady O. Hey, Mimi, I rearranged my subscription to subscribe to you because I love what you do and support and your truth and the love here and our mods and family. Reese, you and this family has helped me so much. Mimi, we love you. And I know that to be true. I know what you just said is true. You've been in the last 2 Zoom calls. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for your support, Mimi. And I'm glad that we got to meet you. Thank you for your super chat. It's something they can't take away. And that's what they hate. You and your lives are a true gift to me. Because of you, I'm not lonely anymore. Thank you. I love you, Marie Marion. And that means so much. What they don't get, it's not about the money. It's about what she just said. It's about what Diana H says. There are people here who really were struggling with lack of connection. Not all of us have connection in our lives, right? Like when that cop said that to me last week, I was like, yeah, I don't go anywhere. It's kind of made me feel bad. When that lawyer today was like, don't you have somebody else you can call on for this will? I was like, no, I don't. Right? Like, so not all of us just have and are so lucky to have big families or lots of friends. I'm always envious of women who are still friends with their friends from high school or college. I'm like, God, that's an incredible gift. So I appreciate you saying that. Having an actual love walk is very hard when you try it, but love is the only real power to change hearts. Absolutely true. Hey, Marissa Martin, Lady O, you're hilarious. Bobo? Yes. Not to sound stocky, but can't imagine my day without you. Not stocky. It's called connection. And it's real and they hate it. They hate that they don't have it. They hate each other. Ha, Rue, you're hilarious. They don't even like each other, guys. They will always be alone. And we are not. And they hate that. Thank you, Jeannie Hansen. I love you, girl. Thank you for your super chat. Love to super chat, but I can't seem to figure it out. I would love to PayPal or Venmo you. I'll look up your info. Olga, you don't have to do that. And just you saying it is so kind, but don't worry about it. Not at all. And I love you. Hey, Bo Beats. This is the only place I open up and show vulnerability in my life. Currently, I'm Fran. You're hilarious. I saw your comment yesterday. I love you, Bo Beats. I love that, Leslie. I'm glad you have your daughters. Totally switch of the conversation real quick. Oh, for sure they would, Anne. They would turn on one another if one of them stopped joining in the hate. Of course they would. And that's coming. That will happen. That definitely will happen. Joel Sachs is an angel. He's a baby kitten whisker, and everybody knows it. He's just a floating through life kitten whisker. First thing I thought of when I woke up so early is Reese on. Who doesn't love Joel Sachs? If you don't love Joel Sachs, get the hell out. We love you, Joel. Casey, I've never sent you money, but you pull up and read my comments 75% of the time, even though it's not frequent. It makes me feel seen and valued in the audience, even though I'm not a big chatter. Well, that's what they also try to kill us with. She only pulls up super chats. How in the world could I make 2 hours go if I was only pulling up super chats? Like, and everything they say falls on its head. Casey, we love you. And I wish I did it more than 75% of the time. Thank you for being here. Reese, if it were about the money, you would have tried to be a drama channel or changed your content constantly trying to chase a dollar. Yes. Well, we know I don't do that. And I appreciate you saying that. Yes, Mimi. Kat says the connections here are amazing. I just love you, Reese and pals. They are amazing and they're real and they can't take that away. I like Dusty Soda. I like all of the ex-Scientology community. We don't like Aaron. I wouldn't say Marilyn because she's not a part of the ex-Scientology community. She's just a fake, phony baloney. She's not even grade A baloney. That's crazy, Denise LaFawn. Don't really this super chat. Oh, you don't need this super chat? West Coast Fancy Nancy. Sorry, I stole. Don't read this. Don't read this super chat. Oh my God. Sorry, I stole your $2, Nancy. I'll Venmo it back to you. Thank you, babe. I support all those guys, even the ones that don't like me, like Dylan, Laura FM. I support the hell out of her. I'm not saying she doesn't like me. Liz Ferris, the whole list. We read the list. I don't have any beefs with any of the ex-Scientology community. It's being caused. It's being stirred up by certain people. You're the light in our darkest days. I love Joanne. We're the light in yours. All those other people try to tear us down, but we pick each other up. Our love is so much stronger than their hate. We win. That's an amazing thing to say. Who doesn't agree with that? Joanne Hawley, you're insanely amazing. And I love her heart. Thank you. I also love your tummy and I'm glad it's better and you're eating again. Thank you for saying that. Thank you for super chatting that. That was so nice. And let's not forget our mods. Like our mods are incredible. And they've been with me for the long haul. If, like Melissa said, if we had a drama channel, wouldn't I have like turnover with my mods? Susie Oberholtz, get out of here. There's always drama going on with people's mods, not me. These people are family. They're incredible and they keep us safe. Everything they say we are, it's the opposite. In fact, you pull up my comments and talk about it. I've never been able to send money, but you know I will never leave. And no money is ever expected. That's the point. You know what is expected, though? Hit the like button. That's free, and it helps me. It kicks me into the algorithm. Hit the subscribe button. That's all I want from you guys and your time. But some of you are generous, and you send me things, and I appreciate that. I always will, but it's never expected. And I go into every month. We're coasting into a new month here, and I know I don't ever rely on this, right? Like I never, ever rely on it. I'm fully aware. This could dry up and be nothing. That's not why I'm here, though. So I never worry about it. I don't look at my analytics. Tommy tells me all the time. He's like, that's the secret of you. That's your special sauce. I don't look at that shit. I'm not looking. I don't even know how. There's like graphs and stuff. I don't know how to look at any of that. I just hit go. I love coming on here and seeing my friends. And then I go to bed. I don't care. That's not why I'm here. It's not about the numbers. We're the wind beneath one another's wings. My God, so articulate, so brave. It's crazy that people are outraged for you doing a job and getting compensated for it. It's not payment. It's a sign of appreciation. It's just is. I thank you for saying that. It's content creating. It's weird that it's a job, but it is 2026. It's not going anywhere and there's nothing wrong with it. If you can make it work, why not? And I love what I do. Thank you, Rue. Oh, yeah. Comment after the stream. That also helps, I think, Bo. You're right. So anyway, guys, I had to meet with an attorney today about my Jester stuff. And I had to make, all the screenshots of things that I have that they say I don't have, that I've never had. And I'm lying about everything. I'm not. And my attorney said, hey, Julie, you need to get all your Jester stuff in paper form for the judge and potentially for the judge. So I needed, hey, Haggis, I needed to timestamp it and I needed to have it all in paper form, all of my evidence on the Jester stuff. And this is my evidence on the Jester stuff. Just for the people who are wondering, this is all the stuff I have on the Jester stuff. And I thought, this way it's actually easier. I can black out names and I can just show you guys here. So we're going to do some content on that. But I thought this was interesting. This is an email. And by the way, the attorney today did say, I can show the names. I am welcome to dox people. He said, you can do it. He said, it'll be up to you if you want to do it, right? Yeah, this is the file I have on all the Jester stuff. That's 400 pages. Thank God you guys super chatted me. You know how much it costs to go to fucking UPS and have them print this off? By the way, you want to talk embarrassment. Embarrassment. So embarrassed. So I had to go to the UPS store. I'm working with an attorney on this. And he said, I need paper copies of everything you have. And I said, why? My other attorney didn't need paper copies. And he goes, because it's all about timestamps. I can't tell you exactly what we're doing. But he goes, I need paper copies. He said, I can't have it on one of those USB things for a judge. I need paper copies. And I said, okay. So, hey, Sierra Terry. So I go to the UPS store last week. And I said, hey, boys, I need to print some stuff. 20 cents a page. I said, I need to print some stuff. I was like, but it's incredibly gross and sexual. And I was like, it's for a potential lawsuit. I was like, so I need to print some stuff. And they were like, okay. And I know everybody at the UPS store, right? So they're like, oh, wow, this is a huge file. We're going to need some time. And I was like, okay, that's fine. I'll run over to Publix. I come back and they've got it up on their screen because they can't hide it. It's up on a giant screen where all the customers can see everything, right? All the customers can see everything. And there's straight up vaginas like in the face on the screen, straight up vaginas on everything, like women. So I walk in and this is what I walk into. And it's on the screen. I was like, and it made me think of the time I had my own apartment and I clogged the toilet. I took a poop and it clogged and I had to have a maintenance guy come and he showed up and I was like, he walked in and I was like, I have a boyfriend. And he was like, okay. And I said, just so you know, he just went to work and he clogged the toilet. It wasn't me. That happened to me once. I was like, I have a boyfriend. I didn't have a boyfriend. I was too busy boning everybody. Remember, there's no velvet rope at Club Reese at the time. And so I was like, I have a boyfriend and he has like a plunger in his hand. And he was like, okay. I was so embarrassed about my poop. I was like, I clogged the toilet. And even if I told Tommy when I went to Ecuador, I told Tommy and Johnny, I said, if I clog, I said, how are the toilets? That's the first thing I asked. I went, how are the toilets? And Johnny was like, what do you mean? I said, how do they flush? He was like, fine, same as America. I said, if I clog a fucking toilet, you will hear my suitcase zip and I will be gone in the night. You'll never see me again. I will straight up be like Mission Impossible, Tom Cruise style. I will be scaling down the building, leaving. I was like, I cannot clog a toilet. It's a thing for me. It's just a boundary we cannot cross. So I walk into the UPS store and this is up on the screen. And literally there's like 6 people in line. There's just pussy in the screen. And I was like, oh my God. And I went, that's not mine. And they were like, oh, that's fine. It's okay. And I was like, it's not mine though. I need you to know it's not mine. I was like, I've gained weight. I was like, that is me. But I have an illness. And I was like, that was me. But this was last summer and I've let myself go. I got some Chipotle and it just never ended. Right. But yeah, I was like, this isn't embarrassing. This isn't embarrassing at all. It was so horrible. Hey, babe. Is the sound of the ocean loud at Tommy's? Incredibly loud. It sounds like it's in your ears. Yes. This was so fucking embarrassing. And I just have to point out again, we've got 400 pages of this shit. 400 pages. For the people who are like, she doesn't have anything. I wish I didn't have this much shit. Hey, Karina. So here's just, so I don't have to block the names out. Bottom line, I talked to my attorney about it today and he goes, you don't have to. I said, so I can show this stuff with the names. I said, because some of these guys are lawyers and judges like yourself, sir. And he was like, so let me ask you a question. He was like, why are you going to expose this if you're not going to actually show the names? Like, he was like, you might as well show the names, right? And I said, yeah, but they'll sue me. And he was like, yes, they will. But you have the truth, right? He was like, it's the truth. The defamation, you have to prove that it's true. Hey, Tony P. I'm still not 100%. I may show the names, but I blocked them out. Here's just an email. Here's an email from, by the way, I double checked on that too with Jeff's emails and computer. He goes, were you guys married at the time when you took these photos? And I said, yeah. He goes, so it's marital. You guys were married. He goes, it was in your marital home on a computer in your home with your husband. He was like, there's nothing he can do. You didn't break any laws taking these photos. But here's an email. I took pictures on my phone, guys. So all of these pictures, I literally took my phone up to his email and took pictures. So here's an email. I blocked it out. But look at this. Annual Deep Throat Awards. And I am aware that there are names here, but there are no last names. So that's okay. Annual Deep Throat Awards. That's interesting. How come my name isn't on that? Honestly, I should have won that, but I didn't get anything. I didn't get any kind of a trophy or crown or anything, but I was told that I was the throat goat. Yeah. Deep Throat Awards. That's just one email. So I thought it might be more fun to go through this stuff. Again, that's an old picture of me, but my hair looks the same, but everything else is a little different. I don't have that bikini anymore. I donated it, but yeah. So we're going to go through some of this stuff. I'm looking. Oh, look at that. Hooker Valley. Pure class. And I don't care if you can see through the blacking out, because again, I can show the names. I'm just choosing not to. This guy posted this picture of this woman. Hey, Just Jen posted this picture of her, and he wrote, casting? For what? Are you blacking out the copies that I sent to the judge? No, the judge already has copies. There's several of these copies that have had to be mailed out. Here's a half of a message, and I'll just black out her name. This is off of Messenger. The guys are coming to us and told us one was my overnighter. He had never been there before and didn't have any idea who she was. But he told me that she was asking to go to the other future parties, but something definitely, she said definitely, that's sad, was going on there, because me and blank both had $1,300 to $1,500 less than last year. Well, that sucks when you make $1,300 to $1,500 less, but trust me, I get it. I get it. My income has also dropped. It's probably too much nudity. I forgot where we were for a minute. Oh, this is, my lawyer said that today. He went through all this and he was like, this is some Epstein shit. And he did say, he said, I would actually put it out because it makes you safer. Now, this is a really interesting one, and then we'll shut this thing down for the night. La 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 la. La 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 la. This is the grossest fucking thing. What court did you file in? I can't tell you that. This isn't, this is not what you think it is for, I'm not suing. It's hard to explain why I needed to get this to a judge. It's for a potential. It's not final. It's to potentially sue somebody else, not me. This isn't about me. This is me potentially filing a lawsuit against somebody who has this information. All right, let's take a look at this email. This is gross. Hey, Elena Rainerman. So I'm going to read you this email. Blank, I blanked her name out, is 27 from San Antonio and has only traveled to Texas venues. Wants to travel more. Dancer, single with children, and very good. Blank from Austin, brought up to San Antonio BOP, which is Book of the Play. That's what they do. That's what their party is called. Last week, along with 3 others new to the Jesters, but with 120 in attendance and 7 speakers, made $3,000 in 2.5 days. She doesn't smoke or drink, sweet, and gets a little crazy, as she puts it. Caterer out of her home, also with children, both eager to travel and very welcome on the circuit. Mother's Day is on Sunday, so not going, but told them about CPJ. CPJ is a party called Central Pacific Jesters, and branding, the branding party, which is in Vegas. We do not, Iwa. And they are planning on it, just trying to give them some exposure to those that do inviting. Have contact numbers. Blank going to Midland in June, and doctor is taking her to monthly Texas meetings. I got to blank out one more name. Doctor. That's fucked up. So this is a picture of an email. This is Wednesday, April 16th, 2014. This is a photo of an email. So this is not an email that I got off of a computer. This is me taking a picture of an email. You can read that for yourself. Open for business, XXX. Yeah, Casper has already been told he doesn't have my consent to do this. He's also in a 2-party consent state. So to put out any audios or anything like that, I will absolutely file a lawsuit. But he's probably going to go for it because he's trying to cash in on it. Go look at his channel and tell me you're a crackhead without being a crackhead. Also, speaking of fucking grifting, that guy's got like Venmo, stickers, tabs, click on this, give me money. He's just trying to make a buck off of me. The problem is, like my lawyer said today, he's not the source of this information. So he's welcome to put out anything he thinks he's going to put out without the legal blowback. But it's sad that he's trying to cash in on, he can't speak to any of these. He wasn't there. He's not the source. He's just a thief, a junkie. So I'm going to have to go through and black out some of this stuff. This is so gross. This is from a hooker to Jeff. This is gross. I mean, it's not that gross. I've talked like this to boyfriends, not John's, but Raspberry Beret, I'm not doxing the women. You don't see me doxing the women. There's no women on here. I'm not doxing anybody. I can, but I'm certainly not going to dox the women. There's no reason to do that. The men are the ones I'm really grossed out with. So I'll just fold this. Sick. Oh my God, so hot. My panties are wet. I'm so thankful, Jeffy. Yes, I do owe you big. Yummy, yummy. I smell chocolate and whipped cream in the order. XOXOXO, you're awesome under pressure, you sexy motherfucker. Gross. So that's just a little something, guys. I got to go through all of this. How about the pic of the women you showed? That's not a real picture. It's a fake picture on Facebook. She has nothing to do with the jesters. That's a Facebook picture that somebody posted of a model. That's not a jester woman. God, I'm going to have to go through all of this. There's so much. Like, I have a real photo of girls here. I have real photos of the girls. I'm not going to show those. There's tons of photos of real hookers. I won't be showing those. I don't think. I might. I haven't decided. I certainly can. God, that's crazy. This is just crazy. Does it hurt a little to still hear a woman talk like that to you than your husband? Yes, Liz. No. I don't feel any kind of sadness or pain when I think about Jeff cheating on me. To be honest, I still feel bad that I cheated on Jeff. I do not. I don't feel, I don't. It's one of those things, Bo Beats. I think this is, Buffy. I think I knew it in my heart all along. I mean, I knew what was going on once I found out what was going on. I couldn't be in denial about it. So I've had years and years to process this shit. I've had a lot of therapy. No, it doesn't sting anymore to know that Jeff was going to these parties and doing all this gross stuff, right? So no, it doesn't really get to me. But I had to give some physical copies of this stuff out to, also I had to mail copies to friends, which was weird, but I had to do that to timestamp stuff and just so that people have copies of it in this form. But we'll go through this. Hey, DNV, we will go through this stuff if you guys want to go through this stuff. I just thought it was interesting and kind of worth even just the few things we looked at. I don't even know what I have. I mean, it's really just conversations. I remember Tommy saying that once that no woman he ever met was voluntarily a prostitute. It stuck with me. Please be kind to these women. We are kind to these women. Thank you for saying that. This one's really gross. There's some real trafficking. This is a really fucked up thing. There's some real trafficking in this email. Let's see. I'm going to block out the names. This has also been given to the FBI. This is sad to me. No, Joan. So this is an email between a jester and a woman. They're sending photos of this woman, and I've blocked out her face, but they are sending photos of this woman. And he said, we have to get her some more exposure. And the woman writes, I look horrible. I look tired and worn out. I wonder why. LOL. I'll work on getting you some more pictures. Thanks again. Here you are, beautiful. And again, I took this up on a computer. So there's the email. And there's her photos. I'm not showing her picture. I blocked that out. She sent pictures of herself. I look tired and worn out. I wonder why. I'll work on getting you some more pictures. This shit is so gross to me, man. It's some low budget Epstein shit. Yeah, I agree with that, Raspberry Beret. But how do you suggest that we proceed, Raspberry Beret? Should we just be quiet? Should we just not say anything and not expose this whole operation? Should we just, like normal, right? We should just ignore the hate, ignore this stuff going on, right? For the haters, Reese is dealing with law enforcement. This is not a game. It's a reality of the things in the world today. It's Epstein-like, very much so, Joan, very much so. And I'm not saying I'm going to show all 400 of these pictures, but I'm going to show some of it. And there are some potential podcasts, platforms that I'm talking behind the scenes with. Hey, Pepper Jelly, that I may take this to. I've been doing some emailing with my publishing company, Publicist, and the whole media team that I work with, and possibly publishing and putting this stuff out. But we have to be careful about it. I want to do it on the right platform. And it's deep, guys. It's dark stuff. And I'm not so sure that I even want to do it. I might do some of it, but I also might just put it into the right hands, right? Thank you, Leslie. So, and some of you don't want to know this stuff. I get that too. Is he on drugs again, G or Gee? I'm not sure. I couldn't speak to whether or not he's on drugs. He certainly looks like he's on drugs to me. Dude nods out and not his eyes don't close at the same time. Like he doesn't look right for sure. He also, you have to keep in mind something about Casper that I always forget because I don't ever think about him. I don't have no intentions of going after him. He's a nobody to me, but he made an AI video. So his credibility is already fairly shot. He made an entire video. And I know that Tommy was a part of it, but I will say this, Tommy knows nothing about technology. Casper was the ringleader and behind all of that. Interesting, little M. Do you guys remember that? He made an entire fake AI video where he was interviewing a prison guard. Casper made that. He constructed all of that and he faked it. He put it out and then it got found out it was AI. And he was like, I'm really sorry, guys. Tommy made me do it. No accountability. He's the one that made it. Yeah, I remember it too, Buffy. So whatever this documentary is, he doesn't know anything about our lives. He knows nothing. He's trying to make money. He's always trying to ask for money. So, I mean, take that for what it's worth. Yeah, it was really gross. He completely fabricated an entire AI video. So whatever he thinks he's going to put out has no credibility. He also associates with racists and Nazis. And for all I know, he is one. I'm told he has a huge swastika tattoo on him. I don't know, but he's bad news and he looks like he's on drugs. So I don't know. I couldn't tell you, but his credibility is shot. Absolutely shot. I got a voicemail from someone. So I'm not worried about that. He's not going to get any traction. He needs to get help is what he needs to do and not turn to YouTube. I don't know, Angie Mo. Somebody sent me an email that said that he was, but yeah, he needs to get some help. Like, I think it's kind of sad. That guy looks like he's gone down some dark waters there. Yeah, I forgot. He's pretty easy to forget. Yeah, Bo Beats, he did. I'm just saying Casper made the entire video. Casper was behind all of that. He went and made a full fabricated AI video and put it out as truth. So whatever he thinks he's going to put out, he needs to be careful too, because this is all my stuff. I own these things. And he's also in a 2-party consent state. So he needs to be very careful about that. But I'm sure he's checked with his attorney on all of that. Yeah, it's a shame. Thank you, Jennifer Ogle. Guys, we're at the 2-hour mark. I'm going to hop off. I love you guys. I want you to hit subscribe. Please hit the like button. We may do more of this stuff, but it truly isn't my favorite thing. Yes, Lacey Silver, copywritten material for sure. It's not my favorite thing to do. This is not my favorite kind of content. And honestly, I would rather do it on a larger platform with somebody else. I'm not the best at putting this kind of stuff out. It's just not my genre. I don't do true crime. I don't like bust wide open stuff. I don't do those things. I just do real life shit. So I haven't decided what I'm going to do with it, but first and foremost, it had to be legally protected. And I haven't decided if I want to put the names out or not. I just don't know if I want to do that, but I can. I'm within my right to do it. So I love you guys, and I will be back. Tomorrow's Tuesday. I have something in the morning. I will be back, and I love you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your time, and I will see everybody tomorrow. Thank you for the super chats. You're so cute, Anne. Thank you. You're funny, Anne. I love original Anne. All right, guys. Yeah, exactly. Love you too, Kiki. I agree with you, Sophia. Just get it to the right people, Mimi. Absolutely. Probably so, Lady O. Thank you, guys. Thank you for being here. I did see that. Marty Jewel, don't ever worry about it. It's okay. I did look tired. I didn't take offense to that. Not at all. You're a sweet pea. Don't worry about it. I know you. You're a friend of mine. Don't worry about it. All right, everybody, hit subscribe, hit the like. I will be back tomorrow. Thank you for everything, and I mean it. I really appreciate your guys' support. I will see everybody tomorrow, and here comes Fred.